Hey guys, we're super excited to be here at the LA Fit Expo. It's our third year in a row. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs. And we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods, Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, August 4th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Remember a week or two ago when I was talking about Phil Heath, and I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Phil might be trying to throw gasoline on the flames. Late last week, Phil released a clip from a shoulder session where he looked a whole lot like someone who might be strongly considering making a run at his 8th Olympia title. Just to be clear, I'm not saying that he is, I'm just saying that it seems like he might be. Or maybe I'm completely wrong, and this is just Phil throwing smoke signals. In the pantheon of things you can be as a pasty pale white guy in the summer, walking around jacked up and tan is right there at the top of the list. That's why I have to take my hat off to Brett Wilkins for being an example to the frail, pale young men of America by showing them what they can be when they grow up. From what I understand, Brett's getting himself dialed in for a guest posing at the NPC Colorado soon, where I'm told that he'll be joined by none other than Hunter Labrada. Right now, I'm not Miss Cleo, but if I look into my crystal ball, it tells me that Brett isn't doing all this work just to get himself ready for a guest posing. And since he's already in striking distance, I'd keep an eye out for him to jump into a pro league event at some point within the next month or so. There's so much craziness going on in Chicago right now that it's beyond the scope of what I can cover in this segment. All you need to know is that last week, Chicago was one of a handful of cities in the country that had federal officers dispatched to join with the local law enforcement to help quell some of the violence. But if I can figure out a way to get myself on the ballot for the general election, I could save our taxpayers a whole lot of money just by sending Shawn Smith out to the Windy City, because this guy looks like a one-man army. According to reports, Shawn and his team are targeting the Chicago Pro as his first event of the season, where they believe he has a shot to contend for an Olympia qualification. As far as the gym pictures go, Shawn is in the Victor Richards Hall of Fame because this guy looks like a complete alien when he's at his best and on his own. But the real trick now is getting some of that to translate to the stage, because that'll be the ticket to the big show. Ladies and gentlemen, I have 3 words for you here. Here comes Keone. Last week, my phone blew up from texts from everyone and their mother after Keone went on social media to announce that he was officially starting his first prep of the 2020 season. Outside of George Peterson, I don't think there's another athlete in the division who's generated as much hype and interest as Keone has this year, and understandably so. The kid made it to the Olympia stage last year in the classic physique division, and he was still so wet behind the ears it wasn't even funny. There's no doubt that Keone is pound for pound one of the most genetically gifted young athletes in bodybuilding right now. But at the end of the day, this kid still has to deliver. So young man, the ball's in your court now. The world wants to see what you're going to do with it. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.